Welcome to another episode of me commentating one of my pre-recorded encounters in Guild Wars 2. Today we're gonna take a look at Sunqua Peak, challenge mode, and in particular I'm playing again Heal Chronomancer. So this is a decent to mediocre group and not too high of KP requirement, but it's still decent at clearing and showcasing this Fractal and what you need to do in a puck and also especially as a healer. So as always, special shout out to all my supporters on YouTube, Twitch and Patreon that help me keep the lights on. And now let's jump straight in. So at the beginning, as you can see, you need to activate the Harbinger again and accept the challenge mode. After that, you actually skip to the end boss. So the normal mode would be to clear some pre-bosses and then the end boss. Now you skip to the end boss. You go to the Mistlock Singularity, interact with it, and wait if everyone is ready. You don't do any beauty stack here because the boons get removed in this Fractal at the end boss. So just shortly going over my build. I'm using, of course, the classical Heal Chronomancer build. Link to the build is in the description below as well. Be careful here. I need to bring a lot of CC for this fight to make sure that we exit the CC set. That's why I'm bringing more and the distraction mantra. But you can also go for the well that CCs, Well of Senility. I just like to have the instant cast to make sure that it works all the time instantly. And I like to bring the block and Aegis from the well, Precognition well. And I like to have the Signet of Illusions for a little bit more healing power because I can shatter 8 times, so to say, with the Signet. So that much out of the way, let's go to the boss. Wait shortly before the boss gets vulnerable and then we can kill. The boss will move to the outside. Now, in a good group, you will insta-CC. That's why I use all my Moa and everything, so that we get the break bar down and we get the exposed buff. This only works if you have really good DPS. We will see that in a second why. Now the boss goes back in the middle and we have to spread. So this is a very important spread. No one stands in someone else's circle, so just go out, especially as the healer, go far away. DPS can stay more in the middle. Then you go back. Now you have to, because of the Mistlock Singularity, to stand away a little bit from each other. Then we just kill the boss and bring it down to 66%. That's the important breakpoint. If you get that, you have enough DPS. If you don't, you will see this red circle and you have to spread again. And typically, if you don't have a good group, this can kill you. And therefore, you would either skip it by having good DPS, or you would try to break the break bar when the red circle appears around the boss, so that she doesn't do the attack and you can skip, so to say, the very dangerous attack. Because if you stand in a red circle, it's almost an insta-kill. It does a lot of damage very shortly. So after this, she goes invulnerable and we go into the fire split phase. We place a portal in the middle and here we just avoid the meteors. And as soon as we get the moving meteors, you will see that in a second, we open the portal again. So one portal is enough. Keep that in mind. You can do it as a mesmer as well, but typically you use white mantle portal devices, which you can get from the raid vendor, or if you're lucky from Sarah, as a drop. And after the last static meteors drop, we get the 2 meteors that I mentioned, those ones that are stuck to 2 people. As soon as they stop following you, you open the portal and go through. Then you have a nice damage phase where she doesn't move. And as soon as the red circle is about to reach the edge of the arena, you go to the rock. You don't have to stand behind it. You can stand in front of it if you hug it and you avoid the damage as well. And then you just go to the boss again. You can insta-CC here again. Let's see if I do it or if I wait for it. Okay, I tried to go for it. I'm not sure if we actually get it here. Because if I'm the only one that is CCing, it might be a little bit hard without the continuum split to actually reach it. But it's fine. The group's DPS wasn't that good either, so let's better play it safe and don't insta-CC, because then you don't get the second break bar. That's the important part here. Then we go back in the middle. We try to reach 33% before she does the red attack, or we try to break the break bar. Here you can actually use blocks and just give stability and healing. And then we place the portal here in the middle. Again, this is the water split phase. You get pushed out. This is not that important that you use the portal, but it's okay. We go back with the portal and now we have to stack, and that's where a good healer is important, because if you're not a very well healing healer, it's a little bit dangerous here because you actually get a lot of damage from those red AoEs stacked, the green AoEs rather stacked together, and try to take each other's tether. When it reaches 10 stacks, it gets actually quite punishing, as you can see here. No one took my tether, so it gets actually quite hard how much damage we get. And if you heal here consistently, apply barrier and that kind of stuff, it's actually decent. But keep in mind, this is really dangerous, especially if your healer is sleeping. And we also skip the air phase. So if that's happened, your DPS is really, really bad if you go into the air phase. Then you have to collect some orbs and jump high in the air to actually get the boss back. But you didn't see it here, and I think it's very uncommon nowadays to get that because of power creep, obviously. Now we go and insta-CC, or try at least. We get it. and we did some damage. Be aware again, this is now not able to be CC'd again because we only get one CC phase per split phase or per, yeah. And then we split again, try to get some damage down and try to give stability, H's and the nice boons to all my allies. This is the important part. You're after all a boon giver, not only a healer. And here I can block their attack and provide nice boons, and then we kill her. But this is not the full Fractal. Keep that in mind. This is the first, so to say, day phase, and now we have to, or we can GG to skip the roleplay. If you want to get the title, don't GG. And then if everyone GG'd, you can respawn and you will skip to the end boss, or to the next phase of the boss. This is important. If you want to have the title, don't do that. You will have to wait a little bit longer, but this is the faster part, and everyone in PUCs does it nowadays because it's just the fastest. You can interact again with the Mistlock Singularity, and you can go to the boss. You can use some attacks to pre-stack, like something that stays, like some kind of pets or thieves or whatever, yeah, that can work, but boons don't pre-stack. We go for insta-CC again. Now we have a little bit of a different attack pattern, but it's fine. We still go for the insta-CC. It's the same mechanic again. Now she goes to the outer edge again. She doesn't go to the middle here. We have still to do the spread mechanic. It's a little bit different. It's a light show here, laser show, but it's still the same core mechanics. It's just a little bit different look. And we try to again heal our allies while also providing nice boons. And as if we reach 66% in time, we skip the red AoE again. If we don't, we have to spread again. So let's see if our group does it. No, we don't do it in time, so we have to spread again. This is a really dangerous attack, so keep that in mind. That's why you typically would, if you don't have good DPS, wait until you get this attack and then break it, so you can stop the attack at 66%. She goes into the middle and does the very dangerous attack of creating a lot of projectiles while, and that's the important part, she spawns a Sorrow at 66% that we need to CC. It does a one-shot attack that will kill you if you don't CC the boss or the Sorrow in time. This is just very easy, especially if you have more, it's very easy to do. Then you just focus on the boss and get a really nice burst damage down because she's vulnerable or not moving at all. After that, she can either move out or she does this attack, it doesn't matter. We just have to spread here because there will be those spheres that you just saw, so red mobs that are not killable. And if you get hit by those, they are targeting one guy. If they are hitting one guy, they will CC you for like 5 to 10 seconds or something like that if you not have stability. So that will kill you for sure most of the time. So try to avoid those and kite those around and then go back to the boss as soon as they despawn and kill her and try to get the CC. This time we did it correctly. When the red attack spawned, we actually CC'd her so that we get the deny the damage, and then we at 33%, she should come back in the middle. So we have to do again the Sorrow despawning with the CCing, but this time we have to be careful because this time we have 2 Sorrows that will spawn. So we spread up normally. So you can see this is here, you can see there is a so-called guild that will tether someone. It's just like the same in the water phase, but this is not the important part. The important part is that you will see now we have 2 Sorrows spawning. So one behind my chat here and one here. So left and right of the guild. This is typically what you call left and right. So the guild is the thing that gives you the direction. Left is typically CC'd by supports, by offensive and defensive support, because they have typically more CC. And the right one is typically CC'd by DPS players. This is the PvE etiquette here, I would say. So as soon as they spawn, try to CC them. And if you need help, please tell that fast, because this is really important that your group CCs them, because there are two one-shot mechanics and it's typically not able to survive that, especially if you not have the Mistlock buff up. And then you just kill the boss again. Here are the fears that I spoke of that will CC you. She goes back out. We can either go for insta CC again, or we just ignore it and try to deal damage. I don't have my Moa anyway, so I'm not sure if we will get it either way. And now just heal them and get the damage down and kill the boss. This is this very same attacks pattern again, and nothing too crazy, but this is the fight, and I would say quite easy if your group does do the job correctly, but you can take care of most of it if you're the healer, so typically you can carry your group through. So that's the fight. I hope you enjoyed this quick guide. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content like this. More of this particular content to come, so keep an eye out for that one. Thanks to all my supporters again, and I hope to see you all in the next video.